This is Dead by Daylight. And this is Enter the Gungeon. Two peak games, but what if they fused and created the best game of all time? Fight or flight.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Okay, we aren't there yet, but I promise this game will be peak. Game of the year 2027 or something. So far what I've done is 3 videos worth of devlogs, but I'll just put them in this video. What this covers is just the idea of the game, what I've done, and what I plan to incorporate. So I was sitting in VC talking with friends, and we were all playing some Roblox games. Shout out to NPC or Die. And I was thinking, I hate Roblox. Nah, but a game like this would be extremely fun to play if it were extended. And I'm tired of playing mid, and mid. So I was thinking, and kept thinking, and then I got nothing. I started thinking about making a game that I could have fun with my friends in, so I started brainstorming and thinking of another cool concept. What if you play Dead by Daylight, but you have Cisco's buying system, so you can buy weapons to kill the boss like an Enter the Gungeon? So essentially the game's like cops and robbers, but you're to attack the boss, like in this drawing I made. There's more stuff I'll be adding, but this is the bare bones of the project. I made some concept art of the first robber and the boss, then tried an ace sprite and yeah, it's bad. So after watching some tutorials, I redesigned it to something a little more cooler and nicer. Then I started creation on a sprite sheet, and if you don't know what a sprite sheet is, then basically it's when you Okay, so I made some animation. Let's see what my friends think. Okay. So, let's click on animation. We'll click on the character. And then... Wait, what? What the? Okay.
Yep.
But I'm Going, boy. Okay. So, we got the first idol, which is just the basic idol. This is the one that I showed you in Ace Sprite. Play it.
Yep.
Basically, that's it. Starts snotting, and he snorts back in.
Awesome. It needs to be more fluid, though.
Yeah, it's only like 7 frames. Put on like 60. 80, yeah.
Oh, that worked.
That did not work. Let's go this one. Basic head nodding, just your average idle animation. And then we got this one.
Basic head.
Blowing a bubble, pops on him.
Right. It's pretty janky.
Think so.
Oh!
What happened to you, bro?
What's happening to
I
you?
think you could add a few more, what's it called?
Frames.
Frames.
I'd have
And,
to.
like, more movement in the sprite itself with the bubble and the character, so it's, like, more dynamic. And, like, cartoony and whimsical.
Yeah, so after that great feedback, I started to code in the rest of the animations. So I started by following a tutorial from DevWorm's RPG series. I highly suggest you check him out. His videos are really good for beginners and those who don't know what they're doing. They give a good knowledge on GDScript and how they correlate to the programming language called Python. I coded some basic directional movement and then added the animations afterward, which then I got some more feedback from my friends.
Doing.
Okay, you guys can hear me. Let me just show you this. Oh, wait until Noah gets back.
Oh, a little bit of audio issues on my end.
So, thoughts, guys? You got down there, camera moves still there. The map's showing down there.
This is so awesome sauce!
I want to hit you. Okay, just give me a real opinion.
It's so awesome sauce! I love it!
Aww. After that, I started making new weapons that the players could use, like the M4A1, the M9, and the AA12. Monday night was a lot more productive. My friend Jack and I made up some achievements for the game, with some of the achievements being references to other games or media. We also discussed the idea of earnable cosmetics that your character can wear so you can feel all dripped out. I also then made some more robot designs, a female and a male based on a very specific image. More on the way because the main idea is to have 5 robots versus 1 controlled boss. So I'm planning to make some more robot designs and maybe even a different boss design for more variety.
Thank you for understanding. I appreciate you being so cool about everything.
So I wanted to do some more coding that was similar to the camera system to that of Enter the Gungeon. My plan was for the gun to go around the player while still looking at the mouse. I experimented with some of the mouse movement until I got something I liked. I added in some rotation, but I couldn't get it to work like I wanted to. Eventually, I reached out on Reddit, and the GOAT, WhiteSurf12, helped me out. I basically had one line wrong, and this next clip explains what I was doing wrong. Okay, so I just want to explain how I messed up on the pivot and the gun rotation. So if we go to our scene here, see a little player here. Well, no, let's not do that. We'll go to the world and make us a little gun up here. And just do that. Yep. So the gun and the pivot inside here, if I have it outside here like that, then when I go to play it, it'll just go around, you know, the pivot spot, which is something I don't want it to do. And I didn't realize that, so I had kept doing this and having it away from the player and just made it continuously go around. It was then until I realized you put the pivot here because it's, you know, pivot and the gun's a child. Put it inside the player. Let me bring the gun a little more out. And then it goes around and works like you want it to. I also did have to change when it came to no TD. Make sure the gun and the pivot name are the same. Either says Sprite 2D rather than the actual name of the thing. But yeah, just remember to use your brain when you're programming. I basically had one line wrong and just had to tweak a few things. I followed a tutorial from Dash Nothing on how to make dynamic cameras. I coded and added it into the game, and I think it looks pretty good. I then started the creation of the museum tile map. It's just a mix of depressing bluish colors, but mainly that's because it's set at night. I plan to change it up and go off in the actual museum, just so I can have a better reference and make it look nicer. I then coded it into the game and made a pretty convincing level that looks fine for now. So that's it so far for the game. I plan to make many more of these devlogs and maybe get some inspiration and ideas from you guys. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one.